Koi map 2 here.
Okay, Koi, oh my. Koi on defense, Liquid on attack, and we have double frenzy. Double frenzy. We've got triple sheriff. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, already looking like it was
Triple sheriff. Everyone waiting for the mid.
it looked like
So they're going to go for a
preying
mid
on
crunch. If
this
they got smoked off, they would have flashed in front and they would mid crunch. Knife goes in, it hits them over towards A, and they just push up middle. They loot. Oh my.
It's going to be a big fight.
This is going to be wild.
Around the corner. Aldrone sees it, but who's getting to draw blood? It's going to be Shadow at least answering back to Yampi's first.
How many sheriffs did these guys
This
get?
is ridiculous. It's just a brawl.
I'm really surprised that
Trying to
Kiko didn't
get
go in, but they did a
amongst
nice
them here,
smoke
but
to
Koi
block
gonna try and
vision.
Flip back towards side. They do at least get a couple of players ahead of this. This is
Whoa.
terrible. What? Starkso?
Whoa.
Come on, what is going
Oh,
on?
what were the
What
shots
just
there from
happened? What
Starkso?
just happened?
Yeah.
Just
It was
brawled
looking
out
good,
the
and this
rest
guy
of them.
just strolls
Got clean
through
fights across
the
it.
smoke and
Well, at least
takes
at the end
down
it was a
two.
clean fight. I want to watch a replay on that. That was baffling.
Listen,
In
as
terms
a
of
pro
the
sheriff
pistols, by
that,
the way, 2-1.
enjoyer on pistol rounds. Usually I get it on attack. I don't do that on the defense that often.
Bro, why is no
But
one looking at door?
Yeah, that was a.
What?
Your wall goes down and no one looks
at
at
door.
door?
One of the things I was going to point out was that, you know, Team Liquid, they have a lot of reps playing against probably a standard comp like what Koi is running right now. So they're going to have like ideas and defenses against this. But
In terms of
Koi
the buy
against the
here,
Russia Liquid, or the
Starkso, in
opposition
terms
that
of Koi,
Liquid has,
Koi are allowed
they're
to
probably
death,
gonna be put in
basically.
a lot of uncomfortable situations. So being able to be aggressive like that and being able to stuff them at middle there and have this mid-round fight and just be so confident.
Yeah, I mean, Starkso just walked to smoke and found like 3 of them.
Yeah,
dragged
he
into
literally
sight.
strolled
Brilliant.
through a smoke,
That's
had
double
time to
scaling.
do
Poor
double body
scaling as
shot,
well,
like
though.
double side
Who's
shots.
going to the door and closing it? Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the pathing
No,
at?
look, I'm on your side. All right, I'm on
Okay,
your
my bad.
side. Camo gonna make light work of Mystic, and again, Spike's over here. This isn't a round that I'm expecting too much from. As it stands, I can see who's gonna build up towards that ult as well. Camo on one side, Kiko gonna claim it
It's
on the
at
other,
least
so
good
obviously
for Liquid that they
build up
find
nice and
this
early.
trip early, and this guy heard that.
Doing his opposite
Yeah.
number, at least on the utility. Not, however, with weaponry, and he gets to keep his life. No harm, no foul. Team Liquid making no real impact here.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they tried kind of walking out. It was a 4 versus 5. All you can really do there is group up and do something together. I mean, trying to like walk out 1 by 1 with classics, you're not going to get any real value. But one of the things I want to point out is this wall right now that they're doing on A is basically getting them a little bit of control over A main. It allows you to cross. So a lot of the time, we're going to see a one-way right up here on the wall from the defenders as they're cleaning up
You
this
got the
round.
old player though.
You know,
So they at least got a little
classics,
bit,
what
yeah.
they do.
And
So it's gonna
Phil's
deny
talking about
that
this wall
one-way
here, and
smoke.
it's
It's gonna allow you to cross
basically
the cubby. It's
basically
gonna
just
allow you to get the
doing
orb control.
the same thing
And
as
it's
like
also gonna give you a
the
little bit of a pocket
split
that you can
wall on
cross.
B, right?
Also,
Cuts
so
off
not
main
just
and then cuts off
crossing
half the
at
site.
main
So in
and
theory,
cubby
you
there,
have
but
to
they can
play
also
on the
cross
left
the
side
line
to
with
spot.
that wall up, blocking off heaven and site info. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on A main, and it's going to help with the scaling out of the site. So as we talked about with the, you need the jet to get out of the choke point, you put this wall up, they're blind. They
Right,
need to put
big
either
buy
traps
rounds.
or
I'll tell you what,
cameras
Koi
or
get a
get
very
silver
good
dart
bonus into
as
this
Team
one.
Liquid
4
moves out of the
Bulldogs.
choke point. Otherwise, Team Liquid's
Goes
gonna
to
be able
Shadows
fly out
ult.
for free.
A little bit of an
Okay,
adjustment
so in
this
theory,
round.
we'll see one of the better
Coming
strats from
to
Liquid come out into this one. Smoke towards middle.
Little bit of a. Well,
They change up their
looking at
wall. They do a wall that blocks
it's like
short,
Guardian on Enzo,
blocks
the only
off
real
middle,
odd man out,
and they
but
go for the
other than that, all
old
good. And this mid presence from Kiko, I'm kinda
Optic, I
curious
think.
how this one
I think
works.
Optic stole it from
Why
someone.
are
I
they
can't
so
remember,
fat
but
and walled
they go
in?
for this default.
I don't really know.
Sorry,
I
that's
don't really
rhetorical,
know.
obviously.
No, I don't. You know, what, Josh. We'll have a chat with them afterwards.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
pull them
we
aside.
could
Like,
ask,
guys,
yeah.
what's this about?
Yinsu, get on it.
There you go. Called into action. Hope you had nothing else planned, Yinsu. But a little bit of a look towards middle, right? A little bit of a test up there. You got a Kiko going to be trying. It took a little bit of the space and then backed from this.
They're just
So I'm
waiting
kind
for a
of curious
reaction
what
over
the end
towards
goal
middle.
is now. They're not really drawn out a great deal of util. That gives away very little either. Looking like they're going to eventually.
Hey, early B
Where are
main
they picking
control,
to?
right?
think they're
And with
trying
this
to walk
info,
the
they
boat a little bit,
Koi
so they're
decide
gonna
to
get
stack
a
over
little bit
towards
of, like,
A,
pressure towards
and
A, then a
A
little
is
bit of pressure
really
towards B, then
stacked.
back to A, then
4
back to B.
people,
It looks
camera,
like
double
they want
trip.
to end A, otherwise
This is
we
kind of
would've
nice
seen
from
the
Liquid though.
element
They have the smoke over
Okay, I
towards
say that, but we saw
A.
this
They
split as
pick it
well.
up and then
Viper's gonna
they
go back to
do
B
the
main, and then
T1
it's gonna
smoke,
be a
which
B split
double blocks
after they put
vision
all this
from here and
pressure
here.
towards A. Yours going to TP back to his team, maybe, or he's just going to create a lot of pressure here with the flashes, and then the split's going to come
Time's
through
really
market.
low.
It's just one player.
Time is really low. If this guy
You know,
gives a good
actually
smoke
got
to
caught
play
through the
back
wall
a
there.
site with,
Yeah,
guys,
this is
what's
now an
going on?
issue.
15
Starkso is
seconds.
gonna have to do
Good guy,
wonders
I'm
for
not even sure
time.
you got time to
14
do
seconds.
this.
We're are they off to? They're pivoting back towards A. 10 seconds. They got to move.
He's got TP across.
Does he hit the trip?
Oh my god, what is going on?
Oh my, that was close.
No, I can't be having rounds like this. It's not good for me. My mental health on the line, but Team Liquid looking fine with 5 alive. It's down to the 3 on the other side who've just been drawn across the map in the most curious of ways. Shados and Shadow.
Imagine it was a different
probably
trip.
Baffled as to what just happened. I mean, if Liquid are doing these late round hits, fair enough, but that felt a little too close. A little too close. Yeah, don't get me wrong, yeah, Kiko cleared it, you know, to an extent. Felt comfortable enough to call them back over, but that was risky as hell. Shadow.
Last player standing.
An attempt was made. Not going to really find much value for it. Shadow's going to get out of there. Rifle in hand, but Josh, how do you feel about that round?
Well, it seems to me that Liquid's like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Na'Vi won a major. And then they tried to load up a demo from Na'Vi, but they found the one from like 2015. And then they're trying to like emulate that right now. So, you know, a lot of very slow rounds, a lot of like kind of misdirection, but it was not even misdirection. It's just like, oh, we got a whiff of this. We're going to just end the round with literally 5 seconds left because that's all we can do. And I mean, right now it's working a little bit. I mean, it was working on split.
It got them the round,
and
right?
Nats did have to bail them out of a couple of those like
Odin.
1v2, 1v3s.
Yeah,
but
and
I
he
mean,
should work well against it. The problem is,
game, like,
Liquid go for this. I was going to say the problem is there's been a lot of vision blocks, so the off goes over towards B, the only place that hasn't been vision block.
I was a little bit worried. There was a moment of doubt, but hey, it's the first round for Liquid. Koi probably frustrated with that. It felt like they did everything at least to the second, and then missed out on that A site, which they had stacked. Keep in mind, it was only Starkso on towards B. So
Early B control. The rotate
in,
can come in and make
like
A a little bit stronger once again.
But potentially with someone like Edward on the roster, so it's a bit of a throwback even for me. Big fan of that roster though. Good old times.
Do they check wine?
Is he gonna clear wine with this?
I hope so.
Nope.
Jesus. Again, this is so precarious.
What is going on? 2 duels at the same time, A main and close.
But he's now gonna get pressured. Yampy just dives on him, but the trade's there. Mystic gonna keep things favorable. Wine didn't get cleared,
Dude, what the hell? Like, how is the Observer meant to do anything? We had 2v2 here, we had a 2v2 here.
It is working.
Yeah, it's explosive at the right moments, and I have to point out that they've been really working on their coordination, and losing that op here for Camo is not what you want to see happen here. Like everything.
And I think the round before, the fact that they used the wall over towards middle,
No, you don't.
kind of forced them to put the op over towards B, whereas maybe it would be towards middle more if they didn't have the Viper.
Slow them down, underhand flash, but Liquid are happy to just brawl into it.
Yeah, I think doing those types of plays by pushing into garden there and not just going straight into a straight line like a bot, just running into the site like, oh, I gotta go this way, and just being able to realize and assess the situation. Hey, the KO's here.
Camera
like
low,
this.
so you would have to go further to see it,
this
maybe?
guy, create a lot of pressure, as long as they're not on the site and my teammates can get the site and plant the spike.
You have to go
that's all
further
I
and
really
short
need
to
do.
see it.
So
It's kind of
let
nice.
me go and take this duel because it's 50-50. That's worth it.
Okay, this is now getting a little scarier for Koi. Starting to see that potential of Liquid coming through here, be it on a knife's edge.
Hello,
or not.
Prius. How we doing?
But again, this round isn't going to be fun for Koi unless they get a couple of nice connections here. Sheriffs are out. Mid is starting to be controlled here, but you can
Very
see how
early mid
close
control
by
from them.
Starkso's getting. Gonna have Shadow nearby too, potentially trying to play him into this, see what he can achieve. Gave it a glance.
Yeah, could you imagine on an eco?
Already Nats has slipped
The
ahead.
fake Yoru.
There's going to be Cabrino on the other side. Nice shot there towards Yampy. That's big. Individual moment there. Going to cost them, Yampy. No trades.
And the
for
timing
Enzo.
on
He
this,
gets his hat off.
pretty decent. Yeah, gets the all out as well. So the reply is nice at least. And these two on site have to go
You'd imagine, right? They've
huge.
got such a nice pinch towards the site. They know both players are going to be tucked on the site itself. Maybe one hell, one heaven. Let's see what they can do. Can they clear it cleanly? Kiko already going to take a look and spots that no one is actively playing.
And Nats should be able to kill 2 here or 1.
Again, the boy is trying to put in some serious work.
Ooh, nice shot.
Shados, the only one standing. Enzo down low.
I wonder if Koi are going to do a timeout. It feels like they need to, because this comp can't really go through one choke point, right? So they got to go through middle. They've never really done too much util apart from like a cage here I think I've seen, or the early camera to take middle. So an op at the moment in this space would be good. They got to kind of note that every single time we've seen a round, it's been through middle.
It's a little
Koi
scary
needs
to
to do
witness
something
at
in
times because
middle.
we're seeing individuals kind of creeping forward. Yampy getting caught there on his own again against the Sheriff, but Nats on the bailout in mid.
And if I'm Shadow, I'm actually big sad here because he got his Sova ulti and then he had to be on a Sheriff eco round, and now that he has a gun round again, what's going to happen is, well, there's a Yoru with a Yoru ulti, so
this
he
is a good
doesn't even
timeout,
get
and you
to
should see
really
something towards
use
middle.
it, because if he uses it at the wrong time, maybe Yoru pops out of his ulti with a shorty, you know, in the back pocket. So
they got the
it's gonna
Yoru
be
ult as well.
really
Yeah, they might
interesting
just
to
go
see
for
how
something
they
similar
set
to their
the
pistol
Sova
rounds where
ulti
they
here on
leave a
this
sight,
round.
because
I
with
think
this
they should
ult,
leverage it
Liquid
100%,
might actually be
whether
able
it
to hit the
on
sights
a
now as
retake,
well,
whether it
so they
be
might
on
just
some
go for
sort
like a
of
mid
trap
crunch
play.
in reaction
They
to
know
losing
that
a
there's a lot
sight.
of pressure towards A main, especially with the wall that they've been placing.
Yeah.
So maybe they try to do some sort of play to really just stuff that. And you can get really good Sova ulti lines from Garden or Heaven all the way through A main. So if they read that, hey, Team Liquid's going to go for
Why
this
is Viper not a main
aggressive
pick on
control, they're
Ascent?
going to get the orb, they're going to put pressure here, and then they're
The
probably
default
gonna split the map
comp
by working
has
through
just
mid.
been
Let's see if we
proven
can
to
set the
just
Sova up to get a
kind of
really good
plug and
beam line
play
from
and
it.
have a lot
And
of
you can do it from different places. I
KO's
love doing
legit,
the,
man, basically. The best way to say it. KO's
well, let's
legit and
forego
the
the
Sova's
strat name,
legit.
but getting into B main and doing it from behind, let's say that.
But some of the Viper stuff that's
Yes.
coming out is honestly
No, we're
really
in
strong.
Germany, we're in Berlin.
Like if you
Relax.
combine again, if you combine the
Hey, I
E1
didn't
stuff
make it
with
up,
some of the
okay?
loud stuff,
Really?
I did not make it up.
pretty good.
Huh, who did?
What, the strat or
The name of said
oh
strat.
no, I made the name
Okay,
of the
so-
set strat.
right, so it
Jules,
is
thank
your
you so
fault.
much.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
that's great.
How
Thank
long
you for that
until
one.
China
Okay.
catches up? Like another
I didn't-
year, really. The
Look,
other teams are already
when it
catching up. I
comes
think
to
EDG just put their foot off the pedal.
And they're
Oh
Hold
my
up,
god.
hold up,
wow.
back to that.
Whoa.
What? In God's name is that from now?
They went for a Vision Striker strat. What the hell is going on?
What's just
There's an
gone down?
Omen ult over
And you know
towards
the
Spawn
clip
as
now
well in
includes
terms
you
of
saying it's
Mystic, so
German,
he's
so
taken
I
all of
don't
B
know
sight,
about that.
and they are at least
Camo,
searching
I was
for
looking
him.
at this screen. I'm like, wait, what? It's live.
Yeah, unlucky. Mystic now. This is all topsy-turvy. Would he still expect camo here? Oh, this is bizarre. Spike left on its own. Does it drift on back? Does he clear on through? He does.
Nicely
Mystic.
done from Mystic. They at
Heads
least
up
know
work
where the
there,
Omen
clearing
is. The
camo.
Shados has a good chance here.
Noting that he didn't fall back
Because
his
they have
way.
no idea where he is, so they're going to have to clear
Now
everywhere.
it's on Shados. 1v2.
You would imagine he was over towards A if
Oh,
they're doing
man,
a
this
Vision
is
Strikers, right? Which
tough.
is just like a pinch over towards
And
B
they're still with a
aggro.
lot of kit here too. Oh, just about
Oh
caught him on the
man,
heels.
they
but
get
couldn't quite do the
info and they
damage he
only
wanted.
take a
Shadows
bullet. That's
unrelenting,
incredible.
Right? He's going to keep
A
going
nice
forward here.
TP from him as well to instant reposition.
Wanted, but he didn't
Yeah,
note
Mystic
it.
just owned this as well.
Mystic does well, but
Damn,
what
nicely
a
done from
brilliant
Nats.
start
How
from
on
both
earth did he
sides
kill
there.
the
Happy
third
to
one
take
here
those-
as well? This is always just a
I say
nice
happy to take
default. I
those
actually
spikes.
really like
Nats
Liquid's
just
default.
hits
It's very
a
hard to play against from what I'm
worldy
seeing.
shot. Like those three were just silly.
Yeah,
I was
looking
worried
at
for
this
them on
one.
attack, but
Yeah,
their
no,
defaults
I-
were really
yeah,
strong.
that was
First
my
time you play
mistake. It
against
was-
this again, I think you'll lose.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
I
get to
think
see
the
him
next
replay,
team
guys.
should have an
Yeah.
okay
Was a
time
big
against
round,
them.
right? I mean, he's been having
But
a
it's
lot
still
of
a
impact
nice
with those.
default.
Yes.
For every one round that he kind of grease away, he'll win two in his place.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see 4 ultis stacked up on Koi right now, including that Sova ulti.
Yeah,
It's
Cage
just
over
so
towards
sad
here
when
with a
you have
camera
these ults that
behind
they're
so you
so
get
expensive
info,
now, too.
and then you can
Yeah.
create
know,
a lot of pressure in
you're-
terms of B main. And
spend
they've been
so
doing their
long
smoke over
racking
towards
them
here, which
up,
they pick up and
all
they
the
then
ulti
throw over
orbs,
towards
and then you
short.
finally get
They've
it, and
been
you don't get to use it
changing
for
their
3 rounds.
wall up
You might only
dependent
get to use
on,
it once per half.
well, dependent
Yeah,
on
you
where they
can-
want to go
I
and
mean, Camo's
in
been
terms
able
of the
to
pressure of
invest
where
his,
they
but
want to put their
that's, you know,
smoke.
as said,
But it has
beyond
been
that,
nice.
You're right, Shadow not being given that opportunity, the timing,
Shots.
exceptional.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about, right? They needed, in terms of the timeout, they realized that they have to they have to fight middle, or they can't give up middle, because Liquid have to have middle to win the round. The round before they decide to crunch over towards B through middle. This round fighting over towards middle, and Nats is just saving them, bro.
Nats makes them favorable somehow and Stark, so
It's
position's
actually
going to be
been
noted.
like if we take away
What are you meant
the
to do with this?
we take away
Right side,
the
but is
whiff
it
that
the
he
right
had top of
time?
A ramp
Can
on
one man
split.
do? Yeah,
Like his
absolutely.
impact's
Pivot
been
away.
ridiculous. He kind of like
Taking
lost one round and then he's won like what,
any
4?
risks in this. Leaves Nats on guard duty. Gets basically the freest plant of his life.
It's interesting though that Team Liquid went through mid there. They
30
saw the
seconds
jet
left.
smoke on the dart. They knew the knives were popped. They still went into it.
Spike
They lost
planted.
3, but Nats just bailing them out
He
again.
just not even gonna check it.
And he keeps doing it, Nats.
Yeah, lovely round from
Feeling
Nats.
it
It was
out
just an
now.
eco, so like
Really
relatively expensive, but
Answering back, because again, Camo
gotta
did
get some
well.
rounds.
He did some good damage, right? Took the fight there, but the fact that Nats just swings it and wins it. It's a nasty little play up.
We haven't seen the Yoru ulti yet. But we do see the Yoru ult and the Sova ulti both online. I wonder to see if we're going to see a combination where the Sova ulti is on top of the Yoru and just tries to get the free kills with that. And then
yeah, this is a solid combo. We've got a lot of money now for Liquid to buy for the rest of this half pretty much, especially with the 6k, 5k.
But that is what my eyes are on.
We have a lot of ults, and yeah, this looks like it's the combo. Sova ult on top and just normal pings. This is a free site. We need to check the rotate because it's all the Urus at the moment. Knife goes into B main as well. That didn't hit anyone, and the Yoru just calls this is an empty site. No need for any combos, and he knows the trips are here, so it's a weird one. Maybe they needed to Sova shock the trips.
Anytime soon. I mean, he's feeling out the game. He's walking in first. He is entry fragging here.
Mystic didn't have the spike here. He goes in.
So, I mean, that's got to be gutting. But again, they still have Kiko over here. So is this going to be that like late double pump? Going to try and use the value of this positioning now? Shados clearly didn't see a jump up. Clearly didn't see the player.
Yeah.
Now he is going to. But I mean, by now they've already lost the site itself.
Yeah, just being able to get into the site
pass and mid push though, they have a lot of pressure from behind, no sentinel comp.
Has his Viper ulti, so they're going to use that as the win condition. The Sova ulti from Shadow is online though, and here it is, the blast in the back.
How are they alive?
He did not get a kill with it, and they're not going to be able to use
going to break this trip.
Retake now.
The cross
it's going to be Omen Flash for Omen Flash maybe here.
Can they do some serious damage on this one? Waiting for maybe that spike to go down. You can see the spam potential end.
Yeah, they're going to shock it.
The timing on this one. Paranoia Ascent.
And does Mystic's Omen Flash go in, and it might hit everyone.
15 seconds. The Paranoia posted. They can try and maybe hit that cross now. Good tag, no frag. 10 seconds. They're running low on time, using this basically to facilitate the cross. Kiko going to try and keep them safe for the plant. Mystic on the follow-up, and now Camo's gone down. It's just
honestly, I'm impressed. They kept this one very calm. It's a nice round. It's a nice overall round. I think the instant reaction from Koi was pretty good as well. They didn't bite too heavy on it, but Kiko did great. Yoru ult, I tell you what, Yoru ult in team play is just pretty much a free round.
Sure Shadow had drone
it's so good.
Dart there. He used his ulti before anything happened, and then instead of like, I don't know what they thought was in sight, like there must have been a miscomm there or something, because what we saw was the dart coming in on the site and the Omen Flash towards site/hell area, but
Kiko, yeah, he's just chilling now in A for so long.
I feel like they could have used a drone there, found out, oh wait, they're not out yet, then when Liquid has to finally push because the Viper
just a straight up sight hit, and this is the stuff that the comp struggles
when the dart
with.
Comes behind, they get to get the free kills and the spams. Something went really wrong in that round for
I mean, they at least got a KO out of them. KO ult out of them in the first like 20 seconds, and they didn't get full info in terms of how many numbers there are, and they should feel relatively confident because Nats has been solo just taking over towards B the whole time. And Koi's still trying to stick with the whole game plan that they had in terms of the timeout of the fact that they need to take middle, and this comp can't really hit from one direction.
Baller if Yampi walks into A side and pops his ulti towards tree or something. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be baller.
It's Yampi. It is Yampi. It is Yampi, and he's done something quite similar, but they've lost out in middle, right? So
ult goes in over towards A, so knife hits just Yampi.
Passage towards the A side, but not
what are they going to do? They have a flash to get out of it. Kiko one flash.
Surrounding this ult on so many fronts. Nice flash, Stoxo turns it, comes back out, can't do much more. Good trade for Camo and Shadow, still keeping them in this. A Mystic not going to make it.
Judge gets that kill. If he didn't jump, he kills him.
So many curiosities in these rounds.
Okay. Yeah, weird rounds, but again, nicely done from Koi in terms of actually reactively taking middle, and that's like the main thing that's going on at the moment. It looks like they might have sussed it.
They're going to scale out with the flash. I thought that, oh, this is looking good. They have like an idea of how to get out of this Viper ulti, but I feel like something went wrong there with the pathing or something.
The deep trip over towards B main, yeah, Nats found it on the second round, but they've kind of brought back doing it.
Just running through into like the most open area where you're
in terms of Liquid, I don't think they need to. Like I kind of like this round where the fake. At least I think it was a fake that they wanted to get the KO out. I'm not entirely sure, but I've been enjoying that heavy default. It creates a lot of pressure.
But I feel like there's like a good way and a bad way
to
do it.
What the hell is this? On the floor smoke.
Been a little bit more efficient of how they scaled out of that ulti.
But this right here, this is this Liquid smoke where they can just pick this up, and then they've been throwing it over towards tree once they get it. And Koi, again, just know that they've been told that they need to take back mid control, or at least like not give them middle, because they're going to lose the round. So they try to go aggro, they at least break the camera. Drone goes in. Yampy, once they realize they're fighting over towards middle, tried to take a timing on A. Maybe with the smoke that in theory blocked.
Team Liquid going to keep themselves at least within touching distance.
Theory blocked vision.
Camo still trying to find an access point to this round. Didn't find it in middle, looking to find it through short, and he gets overwhelmed. Now there's problems. Do they try and springboard from the back? They do, but it's going to be Mystic on the case and good damage towards Shados.
Yeah, and he
going
can
to
just
dip
get
away,
out of here.
but by now they've got the spike down on the site.
It's going to be a tough retake.
Oh.
That was lovely from him. Gets out of there as well with the TP over towards Wine. Got the info. A nightmare round for Koi after winning the round before. 1-9 loss bonus for these.
Looks like Mystic's just going to miss him here on this timing.
Anomalous, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 15 months. He already has Yoru as well. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. That's insane.
If they can close that gap, or if they do chase it that far, I mean, Mystic can. If he wants to.
Really weird though. Yampy walks out A.
You've been watching the VODs, you like the analysis. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the kind words.
Hey, we're winning on attack of Ascent 6-3.
What do you think about Yoru with the fade or fade util? Yeah, it's strong, man. We've seen that was like the main combo that Na'Vi were trying to use on Fracture a lot of the time when they were running Yoru, like last year. They were always trying to combo that.
The Viper wall's at mid. They've killed the A lurker. And unless they're like grouping 2 people Mark and 3 people Cat, and they're going to fight together at the same time with Dart, Flash, all this stuff, I feel like it's not worth it.
A little unnecessary potentially.
Yeah.
At this point,
yeah, I think it's a weird stage that Koi are in at the moment because they're trying to like appease the coach. Because he said that you've got to fight over towards middle, which is the right call. But then I feel like they're forcing it too much. Like the fact here they get the kill over towards A main, I think you can then cancel the mid stuff. But like they know that they've been told pretty much in the timeout, guys, you lose middle, you've lost the round. So that round especially there was like they got the win. They actually probably could chill a little bit. But they're just so like tunnel visioned of the fact that if they don't have mid control, they lose now after the timeout, and it looks uncomfy for them.
Shocks are coming out for it. So they've had to play into middle a lot. Here comes the Yoru info. Here comes the Omen flash. But that's just to get a lot of pressure so that the mid walk.
Yeah, and he sees the Omen here as well, and this is what we're talking about. That they need to go aggro over towards middle. Still doing a good job of doing it all. Kiko eventually manages to get out of his ult and just stroll over towards A since he spotted the Omen and the KO. Right, KO over towards short, Omen over towards KO over towards tree, Omen over towards short. Just keep an eye on Nats as well, lurking.
Kind of question marks are going to sit with Nats because they're basically taking the site with 3, right? Rather than the 4 that they have, they're going to opting for just 3 of them to take this.
Yes, he's timed the camera.
So they're scared to cross. They use the Viper Orb to get the cross.
Bro, look at Nats at the moment.
Closing it yet because I think they're creating space, an opportunity for Nats to be able to backstab through guard.
Okay, maybe maybe he had to get something. What the hell? It's just like I'm watching Yampy on.
I don't know.
I mean, they put a double bounce on it.
My bad.
Yeah, that's on me. Again, does seem a little preemptive, but
knowing that Nats just died at
might come into play at one point. This guy has a drone and a recon.
At spawn. I feel like they were so far away that he could have waited another 5-10 seconds before he did that, but maybe it's perfect timing. Here are the...
Oh my god, almost.
Yeah, actually almost got a kill. That's madness. But the pings are like he has one molly.
He's got the plant to play for. He spammed out. They're all too aware.
Molly missed as well.
Gonna share the wealth here, get Shadow back on that ult as well. Very well handled, and a couple of things going wrong there for Liquid, not getting that backstab they wanted, even with all the space they garnered. They just didn't have what they needed there.
Yeah, being able to stabilize on those post plants and just make sure you're on the same page. Are you playing in or are you playing out? Because
the Lenny special, the shock darts over towards site, bro. Not even joking you, when we had Yampy, it was like Yampy on Sova on like Breeze. Every single time for about 2 weeks in practice, he went over towards a site and they had the plant down, he would run to the spike and he would do those shock darts. 2 weeks solid. And like no matter how much I'd tell him to be like, Yampy, don't do that, he would just do it. He would just do it anyway, man. There was no controlling him. He was a loser. lunatic for
Especially
it.
not without lineups.
I don't think it ever got him a
I
kill.
was kind of hoping to see something, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, we saw something.
We did. Was it good?
It wasn't good though. But it was something.
And it looks like a pace change, a gear shift from Liquid. They're actually committing far heavier towards taking this market control.
Did it ever work? No, I don't think so. It might have worked
Camo's gone
once.
down. And Camo, oh my, what are these
the
peaks
hell
from
was that
Liquid?
kill?
Just shouldering so many of these angles and winning the fights.
They
And
could
now
like
it's
the
gonna
shadows
isolate
back
the
of
players.
sight.
Shadow does get a little bit of a look in actually from CT.
He's
Surprised
looking
he got
for a
away with
trip
that.
that's
And
below
maybe
him.
plays out Shadow slightly.
Guys, someone's
Yes,
gonna
he
shoot
does.
these
It's
trips.
massive from him. Making something out of the round that looked somewhat lost. Shadow
Oh
is
boy,
so
the
good.
spam and the molly. That was a
Saved
perfect
so
molly,
multi,
by the
but-
way.
Oh
Oh,
no.
1 HP.
That's chasing down where that was coming from.
1 HP and you're against an
and look
Odin.
at Starkso, 1 HP in a dream. Did I tell you about Starkso's 1 HP clutch? You heard that story?
You can tell.
Was
me
it at least
again.
ever
So
close? There
basically,
was a
Endo
few
on
times it was
52
close.
HP.
Yeah.
Yampi was sitting pretty, but the craziest thing happens. Wait, I want, you know, it was the flash that really set in motion, the knife, and I don't think it's this round. You know, maybe it was one of the others.
Remember
when he was
people
on 1
doing that and
HP.
getting like 2 to 3
Yeah,
kills.
yeah,
This is the thing,
right,
Yampi
yeah, I
came
missed
in
that one.
late,
Yeah, I got the
so
years
he was
mixed
like
up.
obsessed with all the
Happens.
stuff that we had
Liquid
seen for like a
back
long
up
time.
now. The scoreline, I mean,
I'm actually
Koi did
mad when I
recover
think
a
about it.
little
We
bit,
went to
right? Like,
Reykjavik and
Koi
he'd
got
only
themselves
been
4
playing the
rounds
game
here,
for like a
little
month.
bit of a buffer,
It was
but
kind of nuts.
is that enough?
I mean,
If we're being realistic, let's, you
they've
know.
traditionally been pretty, I mean, terrible on their defense. So, you know, looking at it, it's probably not the worst thing. I think Ascent attack side is definitely pretty hard because getting out those chokes.
Yeah,
is very
and
difficult,
honestly, this
and
default is
what
so
we'll see
strong,
from them
and
is
it
that
looks
they
like
do-
Koi
yeah,
are
Shadow's
just
amazing.
so
True.
not
True.
used to
Actually
playing
true.
Yeah,
how
I
they
was
have to play over
defaulted.
towards
I'm
middle.
not
That
happy.
Koi
they
does
just look out of their
like they
depth in
have
it.
good
Like
game plans on
8
their side,
rounds,
so you can't
8 rounds
count
without
them
the
out just yet.
pistol
No.
against a
And as we said before
Yoru only
about
comp
Team
is
Liquid,
really
like, right now, they're
impressive.
probably feeling
And it
themselves
should look,
really
this
good.
comp should
And
be
if they
unreal
are
on
feeling
defense.
good, they might
Overheats
be
a little
a
bit.
little bit overheated. Yeah, they might be a little overconfident and start doing too many mistakes. Granted, they've been hitting their shots, so we'll see.
Ooh.
Camo. Right off the
Yampi
rip,
got
gonna take
hit
all
by
that
the knife
space.
here,
Yampi
so they
did
know
get those
he's
hits,
over
you can note
towards
clear
sight,
on the screen
somewhere in
suppressed,
this
so
area.
They've got to be aware he's around somewhere, but clearly had no idea he was this close, and Yampi gets away with day. Right, robbery Liquid. Tearing him
the-
apart, man. Grabino, you gotta go way above expectation here, and there's a 3-man squad swinging you on Cat. I don't think you're gonna get much more. Grabino. Anything to do here. Smoke there. Tries to swing it.
And
not
Yampi
gonna
played that
happen.
so well.
Yampi.
The recon was really nice as well.
Have you done
He just
that?
went to the area
Have
which
you
the
done
players
that?
I
cleared.
think now it's chalked for Koi because
Yeah, raps.
when
Yeah, it
Liquid's
is.
playing like this, where they're all so comfortable and confident that they're
Yeah.
able to do this, but not only go for the plays, because we always see them going for the plays,
Sure.
it's just that it doesn't always work out for them. But now that they're hitting their shots and it's working out for them, they're catching the great timings, they're
Yep.
hitting their shots, everything works. This is like what you do, like when you're playing this style, this is how you play the game. Like you need to make sure you're hitting your shots. And if it's working, it works really well. And that's the Liquid we're seeing
Okay,
right now,
3-1
which is
in terms of the pistols,
stark
1-1 for
contrast
this
from
map.
what we saw in kickoff, yeah.
We
Yeah,
got a
I mean, you can see all the
Marshall.
coaches there,
Wait, we
right?
got a
Like,
Marshall. We got an Outlaw.
The face of like panic
the-
but
no, it's just
joy.
fine.
But surprise at the same
yeah, literally
time.
it's like, oh my god, it's working.
Like, we can do this?
Guys, we can win. It's looking like the case. Mystic gonna be forced away.
Uh-oh.
Gets to re-peek though. And
I was gonna say they're in a
cautiously,
bad
forced
spot
off this one.
here as
Rubino
well.
already gonna find Yampi. It's Kiko to answer
Yeah, this is
back.
the farm gun.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
shot. Lovely. Oh, dearie me. It's just shooting fish in a barrel,
Yeah,
isn't it?
just all
Clean
of
it
the
up,
snipers
we're gonna
on
be
this.
happy with that. 4 still standing. And making light work of Koi. Now, again, for Koi, you were kind of hoping for maybe a confidence builder out of that, something, a silver lining, some sort of reward. They're coming into what is going to be probably one of the best
Is the coach
opportunities
next
get
to
around
Emil
here.
Bacon 9?
They
Yeah, it's
really
Bacan.
need to strike back properly.
Prefers to be called Bacan.
It's going to be a tough one because we saw
This is
how
his
good
first time
Liquid
ever,
was
I think, being
with the
there.
bonus rounds on the first map.
Taken a while.
So, you know, making it very expensive for Koi. Even if Koi ends up winning this round, like, they'd still be down by 5 rounds. And they wouldn't have a lot of
Eco
money, so
saving for an op, so
not only do they
Yoru
need
op
to
on
win this, they need to
defense.
win it
Probably.
convincingly.
Oh.
Love the airy spam with a dart and probably the Yoru flash combo.
Yep.
Better with an Odin, but, you know,
Hey, can't win them all, right? You can't.
beggars cannot be choosers.
I believe that is the phrase.
Yes.
So a nice early attempt. Again, Liquid will have, little pocket plays for ideas like this. And this is the round to bring it out in. You're not going to be keeping these weapons much longer, right? It's a bonus for a reason to try and come up with something, a concept, up against the rifles. Already doing a good bit of chip damage towards Camo.
Does the knife hit the... Oh, that's the knife. They do default
familiar
knife.
defense from
This
Team
is
Liquid
strong. That means
we
the
saw
kill
on
trip
Split,
and
where
info trip stay
they
up.
know that they can't hold everything, so they're trying to hold B.
Enzo
really strong,
has
and they're
recon
trying to
as
hold
well.
For the cat run up. So
Could
if
be
it's an A split,
relatively
they just 2v
costly.
whatever,
Let's see.
however many people are coming up cat, 3 people usually. And if it's A site, they play off the trips. And they're just gonna have to play the full retake, but it doesn't matter. They did this on Split too.
Yep.
It came down to
The
one
timing
player
was
alive
off
for
here.
Koi,
I think
and
they were
Team
just
Liquid
too
was
scared
able
of
to run
short.
away
I'm
with
not
the
entirely
half
sure if
after that.
Nat's got full info or not, but
Again, close, but not quite doing exactly what Enzo would have wanted, but they can clear the door pretty quick. You see Koi do get the plant down, 5 still standing.
camera for retake.
2 towards main.
Omen
Mystic
smoke,
has a
flash.
smoke, has his paranoia. Darkso gonna at least delay that for now.
Camera.
Not gonna be cleared either. This is good time purchase. Wait and see this go through. There it is, flash high. Gonna start drifting down from this one. Mystic gonna be trying to smoke off main, and here we go. Nats dives in. How's he gotten 2 from this?
How's he got that opening kill with a shorty?
Does in the end, it's Enzo there. Shados called upon. How much can one man do?
Oh,
Stunning
nice
from
shot.
Shados.
Bro, that came down to a 1v1 though.
One again for Koi, so
Hey,
very
they
expensive
live.
round.
They live. It's
That was a
fine.
really
round
sick
on the
shot from
board.
him.
Here you
That
go, round
was-
by round.
That was really well played by Team Liquid, though.
Yes, it was.
What I saw there happened was, I think Nats popped his camera and tagged the player close by door.
A delayed,
so he's
yeah.
taking the dart
I mean,
out of
I
his,
would rather have it
stomach,
delayed than sometimes
and
it's
door's
like
getting
before
broken,
the
so
game and
he
it's a
can't kind
spoiler.
of
So
cancel
I
it.
guess that's better,
And
but
then
yeah, it is
on
pretty
that
delayed.
timing, Nats jumps out with his shorty to clear anybody in the close quarter at lane. He's able to switch to his rifle and kill the
Expensive,
guy
yeah,
that's
it's a
taking
good
the dart out
bonus.
still. So I don't know what that reaction is from the coaches. It's like, that was, all things considered, a
Good
pretty
round.
decent round.
Yeah, you can't be mad about that one. But again, right off the
That
rip,
is
right
just
off
an
the start,
absolute
Nats with the read.
freebie. Nice
Takes away
cage for him to
Camo,
get out as
removes
well.
The frontline man, the paranoia gonna come through. Does he get
Drone?
Huh?
seen by the Aldrone? I think he did.
He didn't get pinged though.
Underhand
Oh, he
flash,
did
but
get
look at the
pinged.
bodies here. Yeah,
Take it all
absolutely
back.
spammed out, but it's
Lovely
Mystic
from
again to
Mystic
make
to
the most of
descend it all the way
Does
through
so
as well.
well.
Yeah,
They
and
just
this
took them
guy's...
out of this round. Shados
Shados'
can't do
aim's
it
looking
again.
good, but they
Too
need
many
more than
bodies in
that.
the way
And in
this time
terms of
around,
the
and
money,
Liquid
they
make it
are
up to
so
11.
wrecked. They're
Very
just
good
1-1 with
defenses
one
here
person
for
alive,
Team Liquid.
1,900.
They know exactly
Good
what
imagine
they
this
need
is
to
the
do.
beginning
They
of the
know
end here.
They're getting their opening picks. They're staying alive afterwards. They're waiting for reinforcements to arrive. They're not overheating.
That's
by
their big strat.
peeking
Just
or getting too
the straight
aggressive
up B rush,
after they're getting
and
the
they
initial
missed
picks.
the
So
dash
a lot
in.
of things,
Yeah,
checking-
it's not a
checking
great
the tick
sign.
boxes of the fundamentals. They're flooding out together on the same timing as the Stovus fighting from lane. So many things that are going well, and it's all about the coordination issue that they had in kickoff. They have eliminated, well, I don't want to say eliminated, but they've definitely solved it for this matchup at the very least. We'll see if that
Yes.
creeps up again in the future matches.
Be a
I mean,
miracle timeout.
this really is just a temperature check, though, isn't it? Right?
America's
like, first game
nah.
coming
We'll
back into the regular season,
Sean will
this is
probably
always
be
gonna
watching it,
okay,
right?
have they
I'll probably
fixed the
just
bigger
raid
issues from
Sean.
kickoff? Now,
Thanks, dude.
you might get an answer in this game, maybe because Koi haven't fixed some of their issues. It's very hard to take.
I don't want to
you know,
just.
from a
I
very
don't
small
want to do
sample
too
size
much for you. I
two
want to
maps,
just make sure that I
essentially, it
get
looks like at
most of the
this pace.
VCT stuff.
If it has been the bigger
It's gonna be a long
right?
5
A
weeks,
different team
really.
could completely
Like I would
make it
like.
look
I
they
want to
haven't
watch like some of the
adjusted
M80
everything.
games and stuff,
to
but I think it's
eye
just
test alone,
too.
It is a tick in the box, right? It's a lot of those things you were looking for coming into this that you preemptively
Can't really
said,
rush against
if
Liquid's
they
comp.
fix
Yeah,
X,
especially
Y,
with the
and Z,
Yoru.
it looks like they've done
It's
their
not even the
work
Viper
during
and the
this time.
Cypher
Now,
as well.
whether
Like
or not that gives
Viper
them
and the Cypher is
complete
good for
freedom
holding
the rest
down
of
the
season,
sites.
who
Like you're
knows,
not
right?
wrong,
There
but you
could
got
be
the
like a hard
Yoru
stop
as well,
as
who
well
can
that
have
comes up
fast TP, so
next
they can
week,
always
the
have
week
3
after, who
people on
knows
the
when it
site
actually
as well.
eventually hits, but
Like you can't
yes, they've done
really
enough.
go
It looks
fast
like they've
against
done
this
enough to
site. It
kind of
wasn't
step
against
up
this
from where
team.
they
It wasn't
were.
like the best
Now,
call.
again, these two had met a couple of times, I think, relatively recently. First time, I think Liquid won, and then when it mattered, Koi won, right? It was
You're
that
right.
repeat matchup. So again, it could play out to the same sort of effect, who knows? But at eye test alone, Koi still need a lot more, it looks like.
Koi do need a lot more. Liquid is definitely on the right path. And if I'm Liquid's coach, I'm probably making them watch this and say, look at this, now watch from kickoff.
Yeah.
And what do you see the difference is?
Yeah.
And just ingrain it. Like burn this into your
Trip
your
breaks
mind.
and you can
Close
spam.
your eyes and you see this. You need to see what the difference is. You need to see how much better you guys play when you do this.
Such
like
good
this.
cover
Yeah,
from Nats.
again,
Ooh, maybe needed to
examples of it now,
cage
but this
in
is
front there.
Scary for Nats. Trying to get
Cage
involved.
aggro.
Old teammate Shadows finally puts him down and making them brawl their way out on this one. Again, at least the plant is going to be here, but you're going to see the ult coming in from Kiko. But again, they're confident, right? And that's the scariest form of Liquid. When they're feeling themselves, plenty of information now. What can Kiko do about this one? Trying to toy with him a little bit here. Shadow's going to find
he's
Mystic,
gonna run
so
out.
he's not going to find the impact he wants. Let's get himself out of here.
Bro?
What is he up to?
Little bro?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it didn't really go to plan.
Josh, I had real high hopes, and they are in the ground.
That was was very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder why he didn't come out of that first when he did the flash into B main. I wonder why he didn't come out of his ulti there, and he went for the TP into deep main and then didn't instantly flash peek. I feel like there was a little bit of a hesitation there, and I think if he had instantly just chosen, just commit to the strike. Because you guys have been playing so well, you've been hitting your shots, and you've been so just like in their faces, stuffing them. Why would you kind of?
I mean,
just, like,
they
do
get the
this,
round
like,
after the timeout. I said it would need to be a miracle timeout. They have one of the better ults against this comp as well. I don't know if they want to use it for an eco, but and it is like literally just a straight up eco, all classics on this one.
Yeah,
So this can be a drop of an op.
Mistakes can happen, all right?
Crazy.
You know,
I mean, dropping of an op if they want it.
back, all right? I'm getting clips.
I never make mistakes.
Never?
Was there no player
it's always
cameras?
my teammates.
They were starting to do them at the beginning of rounds. I think they've had too many issues
This round,
today. I
more
guess
than
is how they're looking at
Probably
it.
just a chat and a check-in. We've got classics, and that's about it, and a gamble stack. So don't be too worried about this one. For Koi, though, a great chance to hopefully get those ults coming up. You've got Grabino one away, not exactly a priority, but Shadow one off for his. Camo very close by. So a couple they can maybe start looking towards getting on. Beyond that, Koi needs to just keep this clean.
With the early info of a camera, do they then just feel like the stack would be here?
They're keeping it open-ended right now. They're going to see what they get. The smoke up on Garden. The drone through, sees nothing. They broke the camera at A main.
Nah, I think it's fine,
Liquid
Lighty.
is expecting for an A hit.
Yeah, it's looking
But
like...
Liquid,
They're parting this way. It should be fine.
Liquid's like, okay, no, there's no way. They broke the camera. They're doing all this pressure towards A. Like, they're going to do this and they're going to see that we know that they're going towards A side, so they're going to come back to B. So let's hold this B stack.
I mean, they even popped the ult with this, too.
You know, when you're down this many rounds,
yeah, you just need confidence.
It's worth it. If you're
Plus, you also don't know that they full ecoed like this.
Because if you don't use it, what are you gonna like? You can't save things for the perfect opportunity. Like the perfect opportunity might not ever come. What happens if it's like, okay, Koi walks into this round, it's 7 to 11, but then they use it at the wrong point,
it may not be perfect, but there's got to be a better opportunity than when you half cleared the site already, felt no pressure. I mean, obviously hindsight is 20/20. You know, we get to see the full map, they don't. I'm just curious if maybe there could have been a slightly better time for it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see if that comes through, right? Like, as I said, yeah. At this point, should be a formality. We can just go down to the spike, really. See if they can take some, maybe a little bit of something away. Actually, that got a little more costly than expected. Shados goes down as well. I don't know what the finances are going to be like for Koi. Should be able to get a purchase. A little worried.
I remember a while ago people were talking about, you know, Sage Res. Is it worth it to Sage Res for economy? And I feel like there's so many things that you do in this game. Like, you have an Omen ulti. There's limited things that you could do with it to actually make it worthwhile. But one of the things you could do is you can run.
Hey, with all the money that they managed to save into this one, they got 3 ults, but like these 2 aren't great. The Omen ult's pretty good for the fast rotate. They got a Viper ult. Are they going to do something instant? At least the trips aren't there. Okay, they are.
With as many people as possible. So making sure that they have economy to win, like, you know, they can only lose 2 more rounds before the game's over.
I would love to see this from Door.
So realistically, they need to make sure that these rounds are super clean. And I think that is why they went for the KO ulti, not necessarily get into the site, but just to keep their economy up. Make sure that...
Watch any of the major? Nah, I didn't watch any of it.
3+ guns.
And it did work out. Now, Kiko...
Oh,
did he get away?
Oh, he has kind of owned it.
Not particularly looking at him like he's there.
I get a freebie here.
Yeah, zero idea. Camo just drifting in, none the wiser to Kiko's position.
I like his TP being close so that he can instantly take this angle up as well.
And again, B doesn't look like it's particularly open here. You still have that Viper's Pit sitting in place. Kiko
oh my.
Counts to 3.
At one point there was a double.
Trigger doesn't find any reward for it, but
3-person stack on A, another camera getting them super early info. Oh man, the Odin is so underrated over towards short. It's so good.
It's unpleasant to witness. There's no finesse to it, but it works. Enzo gets to keep his life, keep them 2 players to the good, essentially.
30 seconds left.
And now they're starting to stall out a little bit here. They've got so much more to work through, and they haven't even really started to clear towards the sites. This is just for middle and cat, that's it.
If they have to go for this, though. They have enough money to buy next. And if they save here, it just...
Yeah, they got it. I mean, they got to save. They're accepting.
Oh, man. Because, like,
yeah, I mean, they just lost 2 into like 1-1.
Like, why not at least like try to go for it? Because you can still buy.
Yeah, they got so much money. They might as well try and go for a hero play. I agree.
Just disagreeing on this one.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm like miscalculating the money, but like.
I mean, you got what, 5.3 on Shadow, 4.6 on Stark, so
Match point.
I
think
do
they're
want to see
fine
what
for
Camo
money.
and Shados get towards financially, but
I mean, one off jet knives.
could have spread it out, yeah. I mean,
Oi.
I don't know.
It was a nice replay. Saw the foot.
Oh, that's horrific though to have to save on that point, right? That's how you, like, momentum.
Okay, 5 chances to give us a 2-0, 2-0 for today. And looks like we're going for the default. Smoke on shore, recon middle, knife over towards here. Oh. Not change this up. Okay, drone here instead. So fake pressure towards middle, as we can see no one following this up, and straight up B here. And like I was talking about, the Yoru has his TP here, so it's kind of relatively hard to go fast against this comp because you just have such fast rotates. Yoru just takes the TP, now here with... What the hell are you doing, bro? That was some missed comms there. He had no idea they were out. It was going to be a great example of why you can't go fast against this comp, but... Okay, still was. Okay, nicely done from Liquid. And yeah, again, people, when they like come against a new comp, it's relatively hard for them to adjust or know how to play against it perfectly.